Well, first place we're going to start is where we are, because we don't have a choice about that, right? So day one, you got to look around and say, what is my life? Is it what I want it to be? What has to change such that it becomes what I want it to be? Like, that's a reality. And far too many of us spend our time wrapped up in what we want it to be, right? We're living in the future. We're not living in the now. Or we're carrying so much baggage from the past, we can't accurately even see where we are, how to get where we're going to go. So the purpose of a 30-day to 100K challenge is to get things in alignment for you in your business such that you know for certain when you complete this challenge, it's going to accrue to a minimum of 100K income over the next 12 months.
Yeah, we try not to do only market data because I think that if they're in the mode to buy or sell, they care. But what about those 7 years in between? On average, people move. Well, I think it's even 5 years now. But still, how do I stay relevant in their life for the next 5 years before they buy or sell, so that they reach out to me when it's time? And so for us, it's on our consumer stuff, it's very localized. Here, yes, there maybe it's a little bit of real estate.
I love how virtual my background looks. It's a real place, but it looks so fake.
It is a real place, and it's a real place that's going to be like this. Ready? 30 days to 100K challenge. Doesn't that sound so good when you say that?
It does feel good.
Dan, you say it.
Feel good.
You say it out loud, Dan. What's the challenge?
30 days to 100K challenge. That's what we're doing.
There we go. So if you're joining us live here on the Zoom, or if you're watching on Facebook or later, we're going to break down. So I'm Jesse Zagorski, moderator at LabCoatAgents, but I've got a special guest, Dan Stewart, who is not only the founder of Happy Grasshopper. Not only is he just a brilliant marketer and a good human being, but he came up with this 30 days to 100K challenge. And it's really for people that want to not only take control of their business and their income, but if you're sick and tired of losing out referrals and you want to see how to maximize some of the relationships you already have, Dan's going to dive in here. So Dan, where do we even start today with this 30-day to 100K challenge?
Well, first place we're going to start is where we are, because we don't have a choice about that, right? So day one, you got to look around and say, what is my life? Is it what I want it to be? What has to change such that it becomes what I want it to be? Like, that's a reality. And far too many of us spend our time wrapped up in what we want it to be, right? We're living in the future. We're not living in the now. Or we're carrying so much baggage from the past, we can't accurately even see where we are, how to get where we're going to go. So the purpose of a 30-day to 100K challenge is to get things in alignment for you in your business such that you know for certain when you complete this challenge, it's going to accrue to a minimum of 100K income over the next 12 months, right? So Jesse, let's be real about 100K. It's not what it used to be, is it?
It's not, but it's a pretty good start. It's
a damn good start. Absolutely.
It's a good start. And so if someone already has momentum in their business, it's just going to lay on top of it. For those people that are like, I need a jump start given what's going on in the marketplace. That's why I like this. Like, every human being has the ability to focus for 30 days, right? And you're going to lay out the plan on what to do. So I like how systematic you are with things.
Well, thank you. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to dive in.
Let's do it.
Now, those of you who tune into LCA webinars, this is a follow-up to a session that we did about 30 days ago where we laid out what has to happen. Today, we're actually going to do the work. So let me go ahead and share my screen here, and we're going to dive right in, Jesse. I'm going to start out with our beautiful faces because, I mean, that's where we got to start out here. I love the artwork that the LCA guys come up with. I mean, this is pretty awesome stuff. I appreciate it.
We look so much cooler in this marketing than we are in real life.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm also wearing a black t-shirt, but slightly different one today. So here's how we get started, everyone. LabCoatAgents and Happy Grasshopper have partnered in a software product called LCA Nurture. Okay. For the challenge, you will need to be using LCA Nurture. So let's get that out of the way right up front. If you do not already have an LCA Nurture account, now is the time to get one. And yes, you have to pay for it. So let's dive in with that too. It's just $47 to start and $47 per month. Now, the good news is that if at the end of this 30 days, you feel like, oh my gosh, this couldn't possibly work for me, you're not at risk here. We'll give you 100% of your money back, right? Now, Jake has already put this link in the chat. I'm going to put it up here on the screen for you as well, right? happygrasshopper.com/meet LCA Nurture. That's where you go to open this account, right? That's the place that you need to go. Now, I want to start out by just acknowledging a few things. We have to have reasons for everything we do in life. You know, if you see a person behave a certain way and you love it or you don't love it, I promise you they're behaving that way because they have a reason. And you need to understand the reasons to do this challenge, the reason to jump in with both feet. I've highlighted these words, life throws curves, because absolutely it does. In fact, I'll get personal here for just a moment. My mother-in-law, whom I loved just like my real mother, she was amazing. She passed away on July 5th in a completely unexpected manner. Like no one could see it coming. She was a healthy 68. She was vibrant. She had so many great years ahead of her until she didn't, right? We never know what's going to happen in our lives. We don't want to walk around with this sense of impending doom. And yet we also don't want to walk around with the stress of, oh, if something bad happens, I might not be able to help the people I love, right? So, you know, maybe you're watching this and you're already crushing it in your real estate career. That's great. You're in the right place. We can help you add a lot more revenue to your business. Maybe you're watching this and you're brand new. And, you know, you're feeling this sense of, I don't even know how to earn a living at all. And this guy is talking about how to earn 100K. Maybe that feels, you know, uncomfortable for you. I promise you the reason to join this challenge is because it's time to get that financial stress out of your life and get to a place where you can just feel amazing. Because why not? It's your life. You got to feel some way. You may as well feel amazing. Now, Jesse, do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions that I know the answers to?
I love when you ask me questions.
Okay, so, you know, in context for the audience here, Jesse and I actually know each other, right? And we're both people who've done this magical thing of going from a place where I hope I can do it to where we're actually doing it, to where if we could go back in time and talk to our younger selves would be like, what? We did what? How did that? Oh, you're kidding me. We both have the great fortune to punch way above where our earlier selves ever would have expected us to be, right? Now, as people who've done that, a lot of us who have feel an obligation to like reach back and help others. That's what this is all about, right? This challenge is going to pay you far more than it will ever pay us, right? It's $47 per month, for God's sakes. We're talking about you cut out a once a week Starbucks run and you've more than covered that, right? It's a piece of cake to come up with the money. What we have to understand, though, is that it's never just about the money, right? Think about your career, Jesse. I know this happens in mine. You grow to a place and then you just kind of stagnate there. And, you know, you might punch up against that growth plateau for years before you finally break through. And often looking back, you know, if you had understood that growth plateau, you would have been able to break through it much more easily, much more quickly. In fact, you could help someone else get through that same thing that took you years very quickly, just because of the experience you gained along the way. So we're going to talk about these growth stages in real estate. I'm going to highlight these growth plateaus. You'll see yourself here in this growth, and wherever you are on your path, that's where you're going to start, right?
Love it.
So
I love it.
think about those first few months of being a new licensee. You passed your test. You're so pumped that you passed. Now you have a license, but what the heck do you do with it? How do you turn that license into income? Right? So many people who enter this industry, 87% churn out in their first 5 years, right? They don't make it. They never leave this first stage where that predominant feeling that they're dealing with every single day is struggle. It just feels hard because, gosh, you just don't know what to do. And that is the first growth plateau that you have to expect, right? You got to move from that place of being uncertain about what you're going to do to moving in a direction. And the awesome thing here is that there's no one right direction. You could choose a number of different ways to build your career, and they can all work. You want to pound the phones every day, that'll work. You want to go knock on doors every day, that'll work. You want to hold a bunch of open houses, that'll work, right? You just simply have to choose the right direction, stick to it, and almost immediately that sense of struggle turns into a sense of hope, right? You wake up every day and you're feeling hopeful, right? You've got some industry knowledge and expertise now. You have some systems, you have some consistency. And, the reality, this stage here, this pro level, that's where most agents will spend their entire career in real estate. And that's amazing. That's a totally wonderful place to be. And yet for others, that's just not enough, right? So for people who want to grow beyond that, who want more, they have to transition through this next growth plateau where they go from just being an operator in their business to actually owning the business, right? And we see all the time, there's tons of agents who are successful, they're earning great income, and they're like, oh, I need to start a team, right? And they start a team and then they unstart a team and start a team and unstart a team. It's really hard to make a team work. And yet once you've done it, you could teach someone else to do it really quickly, right? There's always a roadmap available for us if we know the right people, we nurture the right relationships. Now, that phase where you've got your team, man, finally it feels like you're okay, right? Everything is no longer 100% dependent on you. You could get sick, you could go on vacation, and your business isn't going to completely fall apart because you have an organization of other people now that make things grow and make things go. That's a brilliant place to be. It's a place where you can build wonderful wealth for yourself and your family. You can build generational wealth at this fourth level here. But sadly, you can't be free. There's a difference between being successful and being truly free. And when we look around the country at the people who are the most successful, they always have that component in common. They're living their life by choice. They're choosing what it is they do every day. And they have a tremendous ability to create prosperity for themselves and for others. Okay. So, Jesse, we have a friend in common, someone that a few people here might know, named Glenn Sanford. Mm-hmm. Right? When I first met Glenn, we were sitting side by side at trade show tables, and he had hopes of turning his brokerage into something that would really have lasting impact and value. Right? He's climbed all the way through these stages in his career. He's created prosperity for so many other people that he has complete security. Like he's impenetrable at this point in life. You can look at other brands. Look at Gary Keller, right? Look at any brand and the people who found it and build it up into this really high level. They always have these layers of people who make things go without it all relying on them, right? Now, another common thread, and this brings us right back to why we're all together today, is that the common element that connects all of these levels that you must master to climb through the stages is database. every year you're in real estate, your career should get easier because you have a larger and larger pool of people who can say amazing things about you, right? Of people who can insist that their neighbors and friends work with you. And the way to make that happen is to simply engage those people in conversation and maintain those relationships with them over time. Now, obviously, this has been my life's work here at Happy Grasshopper. I sold a previous company back in 2010, and now for 12 years, I've been totally focused on starting conversations that lead to a specific desired result. And, I'll tell you, we live at a very interesting time because it's never been easier to send a message than it is today. Super easy to send a message. You've got dozens and dozens and dozens of tech choices that let you do that. We're all receiving far more messages every day than our brains can process. So it's the quality of the message that really sets you apart today. If you want to get your message heard, you've got to send a better message. It's that simple. So now we're going to shift to really focusing on how to do that and how this challenge is going to help you create prosperity for you. So in a world where we could focus on everything and everyone, we're going to only focus on one segment of your database, and that's people who know you. I call it own your known. You must own your known. And the reasons for this are huge. People who know you and make referrals of other people to you, well, those referrals are the fastest conversion to client. You generate a lead online, you might nurture them for months or years before you get an opportunity to get to the closing table. And yet when you get a referral from a trusted party, it's the fastest route to that transaction actually taking place. Now, your sphere and past clients, it's the absolute highest ROI of any sort of segment of the database you can think of. And it's scale. Currently we're nurturing about 26 million contacts for real estate professionals. There are about 12 deals per year for every 100 relationships you nurture, right? So that ratio, we call that the relationship ratio, 12 to 100. Now the question is, what's a relationship? If you're KW, you've been taught about METs versus not METs. Well, I want you to take that to an even deeper level. I want you to ask yourself, if I were at the grocery store, would this person recognize me? That's kind of the lowest bar to have a relationship take place. They have to know you. It's not enough that you know them, right? If they met you at an open house a few years ago, you can't assume that they actually know you, right? Back to starting where you are. Maybe you have 10 people who'd recognize you at the grocery store. That's the perfect place to start. Maybe you have 100, maybe you have 200. That's the perfect place to start. It does not matter because you will have the ability to continually grow this segment of your database over time, right? Now, I'm going to explain why we're going to focus on that segment of the database. Are you familiar with the bow tie funnel, Jesse?
I am, and I love this picture. When it's probably like, oh, I'm so glad you're explaining this.
It's really important because so many of us are focused on funnels all the time. We're always talking about funnels, and yet we tend to only focus on the one on the left side of the screen. Let's attract leads. Let's capture them. Let's educate them, build some trust, and convert. And then boom, when we process the sale, get paid. Next, on to the next one. And that's not a bad plan, right? It's not a bad way to make a living. NAR says average payday is $6K per closing. So why not, right? If you're spending 10, 20, 50, $100 for that lead and you convert it, that could be great ROI. Well, the challenge is how many leads do you need to buy to get one that converts? And, that is, this is something that fuels businesses' nightmares and passions. What can we do to convert more of those leads? Oh my God, we're spending so much on leads. How can we convert them?
And it's a never ending process.
Yeah, it always is changing. There's always a new wrinkle. Something new is always coming in to disrupt that relationship you have with people who know you. So I prefer to focus on the other side of this bow tie funnel. This is after the sale, where we've fulfilled the duties, right? We've created a raving fan, and they've become an advocate for us to attract other people to us. We don't have to pay for those referrals. And, NAR tells us the lifetime value of a real estate past client is $117,000. I mean, that is so much more valuable than that new lead that you're hoping converts. This is why, if we're going to take 30 days to make sure you're going to earn 100K, we're going to start with this side of the funnel. Those people who know you are the most important people in your database, most important. And to get access to these people, we have to start by doing something most of you hate, which is getting organized, right? Believe me, if I turned the camera, you would see there are some things in my life I could use to organize
Don't
better.
make me do it, Dan. Do I have to do it?
It's not that bad. It's just
Okay,
not.
good. Okay, good.
That this is like those plateaus, right? You could help someone get through a plateau quickly. I want to help everybody get through this organization process quickly. So if you export all the people in your phone, your email, your CRM, and your MLS past clients, you're going to have a great database, right? Then, you get all of those people into a spreadsheet, and you can kind of separate them into two categories. Remember, they either know you or they don't, right? So we're not talking about what price point and in what zip code did this person search. That's not the purpose here. The question is, would they recognize me at the grocery store? Right? So think about those people who definitely would. Certainly your past clients fall into that category. What about the vendors that you refer? Do you have a painter, an electrician, a plumber, a landscaper that you've referred 100 times? Are they referring you business? Well, that can be changed. Getting organized and taking action with these, it's not a mystery. It's simple. It's something we've helped thousands and thousands of people do. So I'm going to put another link up here for you, and I'm going to invite you to book an appointment. So go to happygrasshopper.com/LCA challenge, and you can book your own one-on-one setup call with a member of our staff who will help you get your contacts out of your phone, your email, your CRM, your MLS. Like, there's just no excuses here. We're not going to let the tech be the problem that keeps you from experiencing the prosperity you'd like to. Right?
Oh, good. So you are making it easy. I love that.
Got to make it easy. We all want the abs, right? But not all of us want to do the sit-ups. We just don't. So it's okay to ask for help when you need it. And that's what we're here for. Now, when you create your LCA Nurture account, which is pretty simple to do, Jake has put the chat there. You'll just click buy now, and then we'll deliver your login credentials, and we'll walk you through everything that you need to do. It all happens in an automated process. Plus, we have live support. Plus, you can book that LCA challenge call, and our staff will help you with this on a one-on-one basis. Now, when you're in your account, the purpose is to have great messaging for your past clients in Sphere. And I'm going to break down what that looks like here for you. We deliver those messages in a variety of different ways. They come out via email, text, ringless voicemail drop, handwritten card, and social media post. And these messages, you can send them on demand when you choose, or they can be set just to go out automatically. Right. So again, no excuses. Get the right people in there, send the right content over them to them over time, and the right results happen at the end. It's very, very predictable. Now, in your account, you'll have all kinds of different content. Like anything and everything you can think of is included there. So the general approach for people who know you, our recommended approach is 41 touches per year. 17 of those are email. It's once every 3 weeks. Those emails are not about selling real estate. They're about renewing the relationship and having a conversation. And then 12 times per year, we send a 1-2 combination of a text message and a ringless voicemail drop. So let me give you an example. Jesse, we're going to imagine your birthday is 7 days from today.
Perfect.
Right? So 7 days from today is your birthday. Today, you get a text from me. It says, "Hey, Jesse, it's Dan Stewart. Am I the first to wish you a happy birthday this year?"
Yeah. I'm thinking, yes,
What do
yes, you are.
I probably am, right? I beat the rush on Facebook by a whole week. I may have beaten your dentist with the little postcard. You're going to reply. We're going to have a conversation because of that message. And then on your birthday, you'll look down, you'll see your phone didn't ring, but there's a message from me. And it's my voice. "Hey, it's me, Dan. Just wanted to reach out on your birthday. I'm thinking about you. Hope you're having a great day. If you have time, give me a call. It'd be great to hear your voice. Happy birthday. Bye." Like, my personality, my message delivered automatically to only those people who absolutely know who I am, right? It'd be weird to send that message to a new lead. It feels awesome to get that message as your past client or a member of your sphere of influence. Okay. So that 1-2 combo, we do that for birthdays, transaction anniversaries, up to 6 holidays per year that you choose. And then once a quarter, we send a lead harvesting message. And those lead harvesting messages really make it rain. That's where you're getting all the people in your sphere wanting to bring opportunity back to you. So I'm going to jump over here into the actual account, and I'm going to show you messaging that's in there now that's available for you to send.
Awesome.
I'll show you how easy it is. And then also here, just to run over those specifics again. All super simple, all super straightforward. There's the link, which is in the chat, that you'll need to sign up. So I'm going to jump out of this, Jesse, and we're going to take a look inside the application. You should be seeing the dashboard page here for LCA Nurture now.
I see it. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So this keeps you updated on your upcoming messaging opportunities. It tells you what's coming up, shows you any tasks you may have scheduled for yourself, and it also shows you who is likely to move via our integration with Revaluate. So they're scrubbing the internet. They're looking for social media posts that indicate someone's likely to move. Things like birth announcements, engagement announcements, death announcements, right? All of those things lead to real estate transactions. And then, of course, here we're seeing upcoming birthdays and upcoming transaction anniversaries. Now, as I mentioned before, those messages can go out automatically, or you can simply click to send a message yourself, and it's ready to go. So super easy to do that. Now, I'm going to jump through quickly. I just want to show you content in each of these areas. So here's email content that's designed for people who know you. How are you, Jesse? Quick question for you. What's good customer service? Visiting family and friends, and are you building generational wealth? So as a member, you want to go through and preview these messages and decide which one you like the best, and then either edit that message or just approve it for delivery. Right? Now, average open rate for us across our entire network is just under 40%. So you're going to get strong engagement on these emails, lots of replies back. Now, to build your sphere, to increase the number of people who actually know who you are, we're going to recommend you use our social media content. Right? Now, these messages are designed to be posted on your personal page, not a business page. Right? These are not ads. And you'll notice that they're designed to start conversations on real estate related topics, right? So I'll scroll through here and I'll show you a few. All of this content, by the way, you'll notice this one was last updated on Thursday. All of these messages are brand new once every 2 weeks. So there's always a fresh crop of messages about things that are happening now, right? And there's plenty of content there for you to post during that 2-week period before new content comes out. Now, the voicemail drop scripts are all loaded here for you. You just simply click preview. Like this is the one we call the Barry Jenkins script. He got 2 listings from this in 24 hours, very strong script. So you just record it and then our system will send it out for you. Super easy to do that. Record, you just literally press the record button. It's that simple. It's recording me right now, right? So super easy. You can play it back, listen to it, decide whether you want to use it or delete it and try again. My advice would be don't make it sound like a radio commercial and don't make it sound like you're reading. Make it sound like you and you'll be in good shape. Okay. So one other thing I'm going to touch base here quickly, these handwritten cards, these are all a la carte in the system for you. You can simply choose a card design that you like, and you'll see there are literally hundreds of them. So it takes a minute to load all the designs because our system is checking to make sure that they're in inventory. So you find a card you like, and then anything you write in this message box is going to show up inside the card. Let me zoom in here. I want to point out something really fun. Notice that this E doesn't match the other E's that are used in this message. I mean, even a person with the best handwriting isn't going to make their letters the same every time.
It's pretty cool.
No matter which font a person chooses, we're going to follow that same convention, right? It is really cool. And these are all written by robots holding actual pens. So it really does look authentic when it arrives in the mail, right? Now, you can also drop gift cards in. You want to thank someone for making a referral. This is a great way to do it, right? You want to invite somebody to coffee. This is a great way to do it. You want to thank a client on a transaction anniversary. Great way to do it, okay? So all of that is available for you right inside your account. And then last thing here I want to touch base on, because this is important. I've shown you content that exists for people who already know you. I need to also make sure you understand, use the social media to broaden your relationships, have conversations with people you don't know, and then use our digital business card to be constantly growing your database. So this comes right inside your LCA Nurture account. And this is how it works. I'll just show you on my phone. You just click the icon to open the digital business card. And then when you're face-to-face meeting with people, you just pull up the QR code and ask them to point their camera at it, right? It pops up a link that takes them here, and then they can save all of your information right to their phone. Like you hand someone a business card, you hope they do something with it. This way, your information is going right onto their phone. And then you can also just hit this plus sign and you can enter their information here. That goes right inside your LCA Nurture account. So they'll be queued up to get your next messages, right? So I think we're 3 minutes over, Jesse. How did we do?
We did fantastic, Dan. I mean, I think anyone listening, if you have questions, please reach out. You can connect with Dan through LCA, but truly for the price and the value it's offered, I mean, if you focus for the next 30 days, people are going to see some amazing results in their business. I love what you just broke down.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So guys, be sure to connect with us on social. We're both active in the LCA group. You can find us there. If you need any support at all from me, I'm here to serve. So just reach out to me on social. I'll do everything I can to help you.
Thanks for being here, Dan. This is awesome. And guys, grab that link from the chat box before we shut down this webinar. Then make sure you get that your LCA Nurture set up. And we got this recording on YouTube if you want to go back and in the LCA group, if you want to go back and rewatch any part of it later.
All right.
Have a good day, Dan. Good to see you.
Thanks, Jesse. Likewise. Be good.
Bye, guys.